So a lot of people who have joined right now. So guys, today's webinar is on how you can use content marketing to make a massive brand. Okay, and the presenter is founder of Content Zoo, a content engagement agency. She's a content engagement expert, having over 10 years of experience. And as I said earlier, with immense pride, I can tell you that she is a DSIM trainee. It's been over 1 year that she founded this content marketing agency. So I rest you will hear from Vatsala itself. Just allow me a minute. Hi Vatsala, you're live.
Hi, Kunal. Yeah. Am I audible to other attendees?
Yes, you are.
I hope. Yeah, I am. So thank you, Kunal. Thank you for the wonderful introduction that you gave me, and I'm really honored to be, chosen for this wonderful session. And I hope I'll do full justice to this session. And I'll take up the questions at the end of the session. So should I begin now?
Please, it's your playground now. There are a lot of people who are ready and to hear how they can use content marketing or they can develop content. Make a very big.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for taking out time and being part of this webinar, DSM Masterclasses. It's all yours now.
Same here. Same here. Thank you, Kunal. Thank you so much. So I hope I'm audible to everyone, to whomsoever is attending the session, and I extend my thanks to everyone. So let us begin. Am I audible now? Yeah. Okay. So first of all, as Kunal said, I'm a content developer and I'm a blogger, and I'm into this field for past almost 10 to 12 years. And I started my career as a copywriter, and from there I moved on to lot many other things and joined lot many organizations. But my forte was always into content. From there, I moved on because content was, it is something which is largely related with digital marketing. So I thought to pursue my career into digital marketing, and I joined DSIM. And the institute is wonderful, and they have given me a lot of insights into digital. And now today I'm pursuing a full-fledged career into content marketing. So friends, let us begin. Just a minute. Yeah. So first of all, I would like to share with you what is content. So let us begin. See, content is anything which is an information. Information which is practical, which is functional, which is tactical, any piece of information. So पहले ऐसा होता था कि जब हम content की we used to talk about content, so it is basically the return part, which is return on a web content or maybe any offline brochure or something. But these days, content is more than just information. It is something which has a holistic meaning, which gives you an experience, and overall, it is something which adds value. So when we talk about content, it is basically something that is written on a piece of a web page or maybe in the form of a blog. I'll discuss with you what are the options in content. So content is something which adds value to somebody who is reading it. So for suppose you are a customer who is going to buy an iPhone or buy a Samsung LED, whatever. So when you read a piece of content related to Apple iPhone.
But I'm really sorry to
Sorry?
but I guess
Yeah.
of trainees have sent in a request that they are not able to see your PPT. If you can please check it out.
Just no, but then my screen is visible, I think.
Then I think it's not.
No one can.
So there would be three icons on the left-hand side top of your control panel.
Yeah, but it is showing already clicked. No one can see your screen. How come it is possible?
Guys, can you check? Can you access the PPT? Is it visible? Attendees? No, it's not.
Wait. Now it will show.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I think now it is visible.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Please carry on.
Thank you. Yeah, please. Yeah, friends. So let me sum up. So content is anything which is related with providing information to your customer. So I was talking about, like, for suppose you are planning to buy an iPhone or maybe a Samsung LED. So whatever information, piece of content that you get, maybe through any source, through an online source, through a blog, through a product review on Amazon. So that is all comes under into content. So when I talk about content, it is basically in two forms, in an offline mode and in an online mode. Offline is like, it is not obsolete. So print media can never be obsolete, but yes, digital presence or online presence is more important these days, because everything is, coming onto your tab or a laptop. So when I talk about an offline content, so offline content is mainly in the form of print ads or maybe brochures or maybe some flyers or something. So it is offline. When I talk about online, so there is a huge things which gets covered in your online thing. So let us discuss each one by one. So friends, now I'm going to discuss the types of content. So one, it is web content, the website that you normally see in a day. Each one of us at least check 10 to 12 websites, maybe any e-commerce website, that is a shopping website, or a normal website, or any kind of website. So whatever is written on it is primarily, it falls into content. So it has the web content, you see the menu bars and all the pages. Then there is a blog. So blogging is like another concept and content that I'm going to discuss in details later on. Then you have articles, which mainly speaks about your own brand. You have a PPT, maybe a PowerPoint, wherein you can have a lot of details about the journey of your brand. You have a video, which can be in the form of simple a video blogging or a 2D animation, wherein you can advertise your brand, taking some concept into care, like maybe a concept of emotional connect with the audience, or whatever is your brand speaks about. Then there is something like infographics. So infographics, it clubs two words, it clubs information plus graphics. So whenever you deliver, whenever you speak something about your brand, in both the forms clubbing together, so it is called as infographics. And usually the banks, if you see ICICI or something, they are using infographics like anything. Then there is email marketing, that falls again under into content. So you have a robust internet email marketing plan, wherein you send emails to a number of subscribers through using a software. So that also falls into content. In content, you also have things like social media marketing. So social media marketing is again a large gamut which covers a lot of things, your FB, LinkedIn, YouTube, everything. I'll again cover everything in detail later on. So let us first begin with what is essential for content. So what a content should have. First of all, friends, content should be engaging. See, there are lakhs of website or maybe millions of data available on a single piece of information. So if you just type on Google, like buying sandals or buying a footwear or something, you will have lakhs of results. So it is like how you can differentiate yourself, right? So first of all, always keep this thing in mind, that your content should be very engaging. Even if it is a small piece of content, it should have a story, it should have a good beginning, it should have something which adds value to the reader, and then it should have an end which triggers the decision making or the purchase decision making of a customer. So one, it should be engaging, and second, it should be relevant. So see, if you had a brand who is into maybe a hardware or a software development, so you should always talk in terms of software development. You just cannot talk about something else which is not relevant for your brand. So two things which are very important for content is, one is it should be engaging, and second, it should be very relevant. Other than that, there are other things like it should be entertaining. I mean, if it can be enlightening. Maybe if you're targeting some students or somebody who are on a lower age groups, so it can be an enlightening content. And of course, then things like reliability, interesting, and all that falls under the essentials of a content. Now let us come to the topic of our webinar, that is how to build a massive brand with content marketing, right? So I have discussed what is content and what is now let me discuss what is content marketing. So content marketing is any focused approach on creating and distributing content which is valuable, relevant, and consistent. Let me again speak about it. Content marketing, which seems to be a huge word, but it isn't. Content marketing is just focusing and creating a piece of content, which is valuable, which is reliable, and which is consistent. See, content marketing is a complete 360-degree approach. So it has to be like you have developed a service, a product or something. Now you plan how to make it available to people through content. So there is one thing that you have started a website of your own. Then after that, you have a website of your own. Content marketing is always done to drive more traffic to your website and resulting in a customer action. So when I talk about customer action, here I'm talking about CTA, which is called as call to action. So content marketing is something which always aims at bringing more people, more visitors to your website through content. So it is not like direct selling, and it is like, as Kunal said, that it is the cheapest form of marketing, because in most of the cases you can do it yourself, the content marketing for your own brand, because what you know about your brand, no one knows about it. However, if you think that you are not adept at taking your own content marketing to a next level, you can always hire people or outsource your content marketing. When I talk about call to action, you must have seen, आप किसी website पे जब हम जाते हैं तो you see things like sign up, or maybe call now, or maybe book now, or maybe send us an inquiry or comment or whatever. So all these there are a lot of CTAs. So these are mainly called as CTAs, that is call to action. So any content marketing approach जो हम करते हैं, so that the entire content, it leads to an action. Visitors should take an action on your website or on any of your landing page to reach out to you. So it helps you in two ways. See, you have to decide what is your content marketing objective. That is most important. For few of the brands I'm working, they just want content marketing to create an existence, to help people know that there is something like a XYZ brand which exists in XYZ market. So their only objective is they just want a presence. So for presence, we normally go for a social media marketing that I'll cover in detail later on in the session. Then second objective is engagement. So it is like you want your audience or your visitors to be engaged. For engagement, there are a lot of things that you can pursue on your website. You can have a download option wherein you can give some free ebooks. Engagement, blogging is very good for engagement. When you really want your visitors or your customers to get engaged with your brand, then blogging is a very good option. I'll talk about it in detail later on. So first is your existence. Second is engagement. Now third is your generating lead. So it is like when you launch a website, you must have a clear objective in your mind that what is the end result that you want. So do you want to generate lead? So for generating lead, you can take their email IDs through, maybe a pop-up window which appears when you close down the website, or maybe asking them to sign up for a newsletter. So when they give you your email ID, then you can pursue a very robust email marketing plan, because you have a relevant data of email subscribers, and email marketing is, my friends, is a very good option. And I'm telling you, I have got, I think, 90% of my results through email marketing, and thanks to DSIM, because this is something that I learned from them. So email marketing is a very good option. And the last one is your generating revenue. See, whatever we do, print media, brochures, or maybe any kind of online marketing. In fact, when you go for Google AdWords or PPC or Facebook advertising, the final objective for each of the brand is revenue generation. So it is more for an e-commerce website because everything for them is on their website, the selling part, the buying part, everything. So it's like when you want to generate revenue, then content marketing is a very good option, friends. Now, as I talk about why content marketing. So content marketing is important when you want to create awareness. When you just want to let people know that you exist. If you are a startup, it is a much better option for you. So going from home to home, or delivering a pamphlet, or delivering a free whatever is your like brand. So if you are a food startup and then you think that you might give a free sandwich or something, it might help. But then when you pursue a robust, consistent content marketing, it yields results. But the one key thing that all of us needs to know about content marketing is it should be very consistent, friend. Any content marketing which is pursued just for 1 month or 15 days or 1.5 months will not yield any result. And you have to be very patient when it comes to content marketing. You just cannot think that you have posted few data on your Facebook or maybe something on YouTube channel and then now you will get results. No, friends, it will not come. It will take time, but then the results will be very much absolute. The results will be paying. The results will be very satisfactory. All it takes is just a time. So one, be patient when you are pursuing your content marketing, and second, be very consistent. Now, the content, it has to be great. The content has to be genuine, and as I talked about it previously also, it should add value to your customers. Now, let us come to content marketing in the field of social media marketing. Content and social media are second topic. So, social media is like Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. These are the major platforms for social media marketing, and quickly I'll cover each one and will tell you how each one will help you leverage. So first is Facebook. Facebook is it's good if you create a page of your own company. You can use Facebook advertising to promote your brand. It's a very good option. You can leverage Facebook advertising, and on Facebook also, friends, you need to be very much consistent. You just cannot post one post in a day and then forget for another 7-8 days. You have to be very consistent. You have to be very relevant. You have to use right hashtags. You have to share it on other pages. You have to tag people whom you think they are your natural market and they can help you leverage your brand. So Facebook is more generic in nature. So it's like you should have a presence on Facebook, so irrespective of what brand you are. When I talk about LinkedIn, LinkedIn is basically for talent trapping. So when you want to trap talent, if you're a startup and if you're looking for good people in sales, in HR, in whatever field, so LinkedIn is a very good platform. But most of the people, they don't use LinkedIn in a proper manner. So they always, what they do is they post the same type of content on Facebook and on LinkedIn. However, it is totally different. So whenever you want to post on LinkedIn, try to post things which is related to your company culture, to joining of new employees, any trainings that you have undertaken for your team members, anything related with some entrepreneurial, some EDPs, some MDPs, maybe a company picnics or whatever. So whatever describes about your company culture should be kept on LinkedIn, because from there the potential candidates will know about your culture, and then there is a possibility that they'll apply and they will at least know you as a brand. So for LinkedIn, always keep this in mind. When I talk about Twitter, Twitter is it has a class status. So it is like you need to be very relevant. You have to be very precise because it is just 140 characters. And if you are using an image, so 24 characters are always deducted, and then you have to use hashtags also. But Twitter is again a good platform if you want to reach out to your customers, if you want to, entertain a query, if you want to know about how your customer has an experience with some of your new products. So Twitter is a very good platform. When I talk about YouTube, YouTube is more into videos. So you can have a video of your own manufacturing unit, of your own company, inside of your company, or maybe a 2D or 3D animated video, which you can get developed from any video marketing company. So they'll give you a good video. You can have a concept, and video 2017 is an year of video, friends. So always remember, you can use videos to the most. It is an investment, so it is not a expense. It is I understand that it is a bit expensive, but then again, it is an investment. So one video done in 2-3 months, it will pay you handsomely. So video is a very good option, and 2017 is an year of videos in digital marketing. Other than that, we have Pinterest. Pinterest is basically into creative, and it is more uh, 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 research or search by the female folks. So the data says that it is 82 to 83% being checked by Pinterest, checked by females. But again, if you are into some creative things, or maybe in some luxury brands, or something which caters more to a women, like fashion accessories, or spas or beauty salons or something, so yes, Pinterest is a very good option. Then you have Instagram, wherein you just, when you want to cater to the youngsters, the younger generation of our society, so you can always use Instagram. So this is all about the social media platforms, how you can use. And friends, be there where you think your audience are. So if you really think that your audience are more on Twitter, please be there if you think, because this is your gut feeling and you know better about your brand. So it is always be there where your audiences are. So as I am into content, I am more on LinkedIn. Frankly speaking, I'm more on LinkedIn, because what I feel is the kind of people whom I'm looking for, they are more available on LinkedIn. Other than that, if I talk about other things of content marketing, consistency I spoke about. I'll also say that keep an audit of what you are doing on all the platforms. It has to be consistent. You cannot have a profile picture or a logo of your company as a Facebook page profile, a profile pic, and in LinkedIn, so using simply your own picture or something. You have to be very consistent. Everywhere when the customer looks for your brand, they should have a connect. Yeah, this is the logo that I've seen on Facebook, the same I'm seeing on LinkedIn. So don't use any different images. Be very consistent. Keep an audit. Keep checking how your customers are responding to a post. You can repost, repurpose a content. Check which posts are receiving good response, why they are receiving good response. So this is a best option. So keep on doing an audit, maybe not a monthly audit, but a 3-monthly audit. So you can have a data with you, wherein you can understand which posts have done well, which images have done well, wherein you are receiving more response, more comments, so you can repurpose those content. There is one more good thing that you can do in your content marketing, is you can always follow your competitors. I'm not saying to copy them. I'm not at all in the favor of doing anything like that. Always be original with the content. Try to develop as much as user generated content, which is not a new concept. UGC, it is known as UGC. And friends, the field in which I am dealing, UGC is a very good option. So in whatever brand you are, UGC, if you are in travel, if you are in healthcare, UGC, it is called as a user generated content, where your own users, your own genuine customers are giving a feedback, saying something about you, saying something about your brand, writing their experience with your brand. Whatever it is, be genuine, be original. Whatever is your brand, copying is not an option. Secondly, when you follow your competitors, you will get a hang of what they are doing, what is the industry requirements, what are the industry benchmarks, and what are the trends. So there is no denying the fact that getting inspired from what your competitor is doing is not at all bad. It gives you inspiration. It gives you a direction where and you can always ask your content developer or your social media marketer to be inspired from those five of the brands, what they are doing, and then you can always maneuver your social media marketing in that direction. So that is always helpful. Video blogging is something which is very good, wherein you can ask your customers to speak about yourself or maybe your brand about 1 minute or something, and then you can post it on YouTube or Facebook. Use right hashtags for Twitter. So it is like there is no one size fits all. So you have to be very much pertinent about what you are doing on FB, what you are doing on Twitter, all that. One thing more, content marketing is something which you can do yourself if you think you are good at writing. So just sit take a piece of paper, keep on writing about your brand, about your experience, about your vision, about how you want to, let people know about your brand, and then you develop content. Howsoever, if you're not adapted to it, you can always outsource your content marketing, but always keep a close watch on what your content developer is doing. Now I'll talk about what is content and how is content and blogging related. So blogging is not a new term. It is a very old term which is taken from the main word is weblog. So blogging is a very glamorous career. So for those attendees who want to pursue their career in blogging, it is a very good option. I myself is a full-time blogger, and I mainly write for people, for clients based at US and UK. There, the need of blogging, of original content, plagiarism-free content is very high. So for those of the attendees who want to pursue their career in blogging, it is a very good option. So when you go for blogging, you can have your own blog, or you can do guest blogging. I have my own blog, so I do blogging on it regularly. Otherwise, you can, and in blogging, you can write just anything or everything. I mean, if you want to speak about a mobile phone, if you want to speak about your experience with a Mac, or maybe any hardware, software, travel, healthcare, whatever, blogging can be done on any topic in this world. So blogging is a very good option. Blogging speaks about your brand. In blogging, you don't directly sell. So people are always confused with what is blogging and what is article writing. So when you write an article for a brand, for any XYZ brand, so in article writing, you mainly talk about that brand, how that brand is good, how what is the work culture, how they have come to this level and all that. But when you talk about a blog, in blogs you have to be general. So if you're in a travel company, so you can write about like 5 things you need to take care when you're travel to Thailand. So that is a blogging, and at the end you can write, for more details you can contact this, giving your own email ID of your company. So this is blogging. In blogging, you don't directly sell yourself. You sell the values. You sell it indirectly. You add value to your customer. If you are in healthcare, so 3 things to take care of your heart. Or when I'm into content, so I mainly write 5 things a content marketer should know or should not know, or 5 things Facebook looks for in your post, and whatever is like. So be very relevant. The main point is you need to be very relevant. So blogging, it adds value to your content. It gives you an identity. Slowly people start recognizing you for your blog. I know many people in my circle who are simply blogging for their own happiness, for their own fulfillment. And yes, blogging does bring traffic to your website. Mostly if I talk about my own experience, I have a lot of traffic just because I blog. Normally on every Monday, I write a blog. I promote it through email marketing, on FB, on Twitter, LinkedIn, everywhere. And when I check for analytics, I have huge footfall on my site on that day. So it brings traffic, and yes, it makes you earn money. So blogging is a good option when you use blogging as a career. You have good option to earn money also. Now I'll cover the last topic of this session, that is how to be a good content marketer. So see, whatever I speak to you about is content marketing. You need to define things like how you want to position your brand. You want to position it as a brand which caters to masses, which caters to classes, which caters to a certain age group, a certain gender, a locality. Maybe if you're a local brand, you want to cater to people who are local. So you have to decide anything that you want your brand to be how you want to position your brand. So if you want to be a good content marketer, just write on a piece of paper where you want to see your brand in next 1 year, and then do a reverse brainstorming. Now second thing is always use a formula so that you can come up with good marketing concept. Maybe a blogging, if you think that blogging is good for, see, it is not like that you have to do everything. You just cannot be very much aggressive on all the social media platforms, and then also blogging, and then also email marketing, everything. That is not possible. So be very much assertive, be very much calculative, and always use a formula so that you can be more engaging. The third point is being a good content marketer, you have to be very organized. And to be organized, you need various tools. So friends, if I talk about some tools, you can use BuzzSumo. BuzzSumo is a very good tool where you will get to know about the latest trends in content marketing in your own field. So get organized, plan a calendar. If you are your own content marketing for your own brand, plan a calendar. In that calendar, you can use platforms like Buffer. You can use platforms like Hootsuite. So Buffer and Hootsuite, it allows you to channelize your posts and other information on LinkedIn and other platforms using a platform, using Buffer or using a Hootsuite. So first is think about where do you want your brand to be positioned, use a formula, get organized, make a calendar. If you are doing it yourself, then be a good content marketer. You write about your own brand, otherwise you can outsource or you can hire. Then plan a consistent distribution, the distribution strategy of your entire content marketing. And then yes, of course, you can always repurpose or reuse your content. So it is like this is a hack that I'm giving you. It's like if you really think that in a particular week or sometime you don't have time, so you can always repurpose your old content which you have written previously. You can repurpose it in the form of a email or in the form of a blog, or just take some points from that blog and put it on Twitter. So be very consistent, as I started my session with this point. So be very consistent about your content, and you just cannot leave it stranded in between. Now again, if I talk about the last topic, how you can bring more traffic to your website, because that is the ultimate objective of a content marketer. So again, I'll say that research your competitors, what they are doing, reach about, and always, friends, always keep in mind that your website should be very responsive. Normally what people do is they make a website, they pay handsome amount to the web developer and content developers, but when they launch their website, after that they do not pay any heed to how their website is doing. See, through Google Analytics you can always judge that from where your traffic is coming, but the first thing you should know about is how your website is performing on internet. You can get an SEO, that is the search engine optimization, done for your brand, and you can check whether it is responsive, that is whether it is responsive to mobiles and to tablets. And third, how much is the loading time, because friends, these days I think 5 or 6 seconds is the minimum, or I think it's the maximum. So if your website is taking more than that in loading, please get it checked from a developer. Other than that, you can always have some interviews from your industry leaders. Like for suppose if I talk about my own brand, so I can always reach out to my trainer at DSIM, Mr. Gaurav Madan, or maybe Kunal Chaudhary, for considering them as the influencers of content and digital marketing, and I can have some thoughts from them. So hire some thought leaders or ask them. Give a lot of internal linking to your content, so that if I'm reading one blog of your website, it is linked with another blog. So it will help people to be spending more time on your website, so your bounce rate will be less. And develop good content, good headlines, engaging content. So friends, I think I'm all with my session, and I hope I'm able to just do justice with the session, and I'll take up few of the questions. So if you have any questions, any query that you want to know, please let me know. Kunal, over to you.
Thank you, Vatsala, for such a wonderful session, and you truly have command over content marketing. So, guys, this is query time. I can see a lot of questions coming in. So, uh, Vatsala, please feel free to pick the question.
Kunal, questions? I cannot see. Just wait.
And guys, a
Okay.
recording of this session would be available. It will be emailed to all of you.
Yeah, I can see the questions.
Perfect. So it's
Um,
yours to select.
just wait. Just wait.
So on the questions tab, Vatsala, we have a lot of questions.
Yeah, yeah. Just wait. Mm, just wait, sir. Sorry. I think there is some issue with my screen. Yeah, there is one question. I hope I'm audible.
Yes,
Somebody has asked how to write good content. So this is a question. I hope I'm audible.
yes, yes, you are. Please.
So writing a good content. Yes, this is a question I'm being asked, I think, many times. And see, when I talk about writing a good content, it is something which I would not say that something which cannot be developed. Fun thing. So this is a myth. People say that it is an inherent or inborn quality. I understand that there might be something, they are born, the content developers are born with. But then in today's world, there is nothing like you can not develop. So when you want to be a good content writer, always keep your socks pulled up with lots and lots of reading. So जितना आप रीड करेंगे उतना आप अच्छे कंटेंट डेवलपर बनेंगे. Reading is one good platform. Second, keep on writing whatever. I mean, if you have just read a piece of news in the newspaper, just try to reproduce that news. It will help you. Keep on writing any summary, and a book review is a very good platform. So you can always write a book review. You can always develop. So there are only two key things to be a content developer. One is reading, lot of reading, and one is writing. So you need to write a lot. And yes, initially to begin your career, you can always join a small company which is into content development, and you can get a good hang of how content helps and how you can write good content. So this is about how to be a good content developer. Let me what are the tools name you like? One, Buffer and Hootsuite. It was HOOTSUITE, Hootsuite. uh,
And guys, just to add, those of you, who I can see a lot of questions at my end related to what kind of content should we write, and one Vatsal has already answered that what it takes to be a good content writer. So we need to understand that what is the objective of content. The objective of content is to provide value to our target audience. I'll explain it with an example, and the example which I'm going to take, all of you can relate to it. All of you have heard of Baba Ramdev, and what who Baba Ramdev is and his company Patanjali, right? Now, Patanjali, if you are aware, Patanjali has been making inroads in the industry. Its turnover has already crossed 5,000 crores, and its market share is increasing day by day. Never ever in the history of this industry, any brand, I'm not only talking about Indian industry, I'm talking about worldwide industry, never in the history of the world, any brand like Patanjali has grown at such a fast pace. The reason is content. What Baba Ramdev did for numerous years before he started Patanjali brand is that he delivered content, right? I remember when I was in school or colleges, every morning 6 o'clock, not just at my home, but a lot of households nearby, people were glued to television and doing some yoga asanas, which were taught by Baba Ramdev, right? So what he did, he provided value. He delivered content over television, right? Again, digital media, that's also part of digital, right? So he delivered a lot of content. He guided people how to do XYZ things, yoga asanas, blah, 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 blah. He delivered so much of value that when he started this brand Patanjali, people had a lot of faith in him. And because a lot of people, I'm not saying all, but because a lot of people used to trust Baba Ramdev or his yoga asanas, if not Baba Ramdev primarily, then his yoga asanas or what he teaches. Similarly, they had trust over his brand Patanjali, and this is one of the key reasons that Patanjali is growing at such a rapid pace. So I've taken an offline example. Content marketing is not only in online, but also offline as well. So whatever you might be into, whichever product or service you might be delivering, what you write content, you write articles, you deliver webinars, you write ebooks, you deliver podcasts around your products and services so that you can increase the awareness. You can tell people why they need XYZ things. You can communicate the value. Now, marketing, whether it's traditional or whether it's digital marketing, it's all about finding your prospects, reaching out to them, communicating the value, proposing value, how your XYZ product is going to improve their life, right? What value your product brings in. So you propose that value, communicate it, and that's why we use content. So content is how you eventually increase your brand awareness. Number one, you let people trust you. Suppose if I have written an ebook on how to create a PPC campaign and you want to start a business, you read that ebook and I'm eventually able to provide some value to you. I have helped you by making you read that ebook, and now you are able to create PPC campaigns yourself. Suppose if I'm an agency and you will be able to trust my agency. Why? Because I offered some valuable content to you, and as a result of that, I helped you out. Right? So content can be in any form. It can be in video tutorials. It can be a PDF. It can be an ebook. It can be you can write. You can publish content on your blog. Right? You can deliver webinar just like this webinar. Now, this webinar right now, this Mangalbar Masterclass, DSIM Masterclass, is an example of content marketing, right? So there are a lot of you who would like to understand how content marketing works, how you can utilize it in increasing your brand awareness, right? So this is a perfect example of content marketing. So what you do is, whichever product or services you are in, you need to write valuable content, as Vatsala said, that you don't need to copy it. Not only it should be original, but it provide some value. If you are reading my article, if you're reading my post on the blog, then it should be worth reading. And by the end of it, you should gain something out of it. Then only you will get a real outcome of your content marketing. So,
Okay.
guys, we do have a lot of questions. I'll just take one question. Lalit Gupta says Baba Ramdev's direct motive was not to promote his company before launch it. This was good example of no marketing. Right, right. So guys, it's a content, right? I could recall, I read somewhere long time back, I think a couple of years back, uh, in US there was a electronics retail outlet, okay, and they were selling TVs and other stuff like VCR, if you could recall VCR and TV and other stuff. And I'm talking about way back in 1970s. So what they did in order to increase their sales, they started they started printing a manual, in fact, a user guide every month on what are the kind of things which you should look into before you buy a television. Now, they did not promote their store in it. They just published a weekly or a monthly guide, whatever it was, in way back in 1970s, where they used to guide people on what all you should look into before you buy a TV. Now, this is an example of content marketing, right? It was done offline, but since now the world is moving digital, and in India we have over 500 million internet users, 50 crore Indians are now connected to internet, and this figure is growing day by day. So, content marketing is one of the most important part of digital marketing, not just search, not just social media, but content. Producing valuable content can actually make the difference. And the good part is that to do content marketing, to write valuable content, you do not need to invest money. Okay, it's the most economical method, and it can really be that X factor between you and your competitors. Uh, so, guys, I'm getting a lot of questions. I'll still pick Lalit's question once again. Lalit says, Lalit further adds that everybody is not Baba Ramdev. Main question is how can an Aam Aadmi become an entrepreneur? See, guys, no one can teach you how to become an entrepreneur. That comes from within. If you feel that you're not ready to become an entrepreneur, then you're not ready. So there's a difference between entrepreneur and a business owner. Entrepreneur provides value, right? So I think if your question is how a layman or how a common person can do content marketing, I have given you an example, right? Who is Baba Ramdev is also a person like you and me. He wasn't a regular Tom, Dick, and Harry, right? So you need to figure out what is your business. I mean, what is your product and your service. You need to produce valuable content around it, provide value, and that's how you would be able to make a difference. So guys, I think I'm getting a lot of questions. What you can do is you can write down to me at kunal@dsim.in if you have any further queries, because we are running out of time. I've provided my email ID. Okay, and if in case you would like to attend a 2 hours seminar on digital marketing, you would like to increase your knowledge in digital marketing, then all you have to do is visit the URL, which I'm just going to share with you. Here, I've just shared to all of you guys. You can sign up for demo session, 2 hours training on digital marketing. So, Vatsala, I think that should be all since it's over
Thank
50
you.
minutes we started this session. Thank you so much for being part of this session and taking out valuable
Thank you.
time. And it really is a moment of pride for me as a founder of Daily School of Internet Marketing that now you are so successful and you have your own content marketing agency. And I actually wish you good luck and
Thank you, sir.
thank you. So,
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you.
So guys, rest of you, thank you for being part of it. And if in case you have any query, then I have given you my email ID, or you can go to dsim.in and seek more information. Thank you so much.